Hi, welcome to round 3 of the Far North Coast podcast. We've got round 13 to have a look at today. This is proudly brought to us by Coopers and Mawson, our major sponsors there for Far North Coast Rugby. So, Graham.
How are we today, sir?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, busy day as usual. But
yeah,
let's see that we can get into a bit of this rugby, and only a couple of games this weekend, I think. So let's wrap up last week's first, I think.
Yeah. Well, so what do you want to have a look at first? Do you think we go the Lismore-Ballina game?
We'd love to have been at that Lismore-Ballina game.
Me too.
Ballina, Lismore in first grade at Lismore. What is it? Lismore 33 and Ballina 36.
Yes, after Lismore leading quite, 26-12 at half time.
Oh, dear me. Almost getting over the line there. They'd be very disappointed, I would think.
Yeah, well, that was what Will Palmer, the referee, told me. He put a question mark besides how many Ballina were at the half-time. He couldn't remember properly.
But, yeah, Lismore playing very well.
Yes, and I think they had a couple of blokes backing up from both grades. So, both clubs.
Well, I would have thought, both clubs are shorter numbers, so it would have been a very even contest in both grades. Ballina obviously struck back, got into heads in front, and just didn't let Lismore back in again. So, I think fantastic result, I think, for both clubs.
Yeah, well, Lismore come away with 2 competition points, scoring 4 tries, and they scored 5 tries, actually,
cool.
And finished within 7. So, they're up to 5 points now on the ladder. So, it's better than 0 a few weeks back. But
they're doing well. They're putting it in every week, and it's nice to see them get so close to that win, that elusive win. Probably some more opportunities to come in the next couple of weeks, but that would be one they may look back on and go, we were that close.
Yeah. Well, Lismore was successful in second grade.
Oh, okay.
They had a fairly good win there. It was
45-17 over Ballina in second grade.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. I think we commented that last week, didn't we? Ballina isn't the second grade they used to be.
No, we're always the strongest second grade side.
Yeah, they're always right up there year in, year out. So, shows their struggles with numbers and continuity this year.
Yes,
but Lismore again would be very, very happy with that, I would think. Getting 45 points on the board and getting the win in second grade, that would be a very happy night.
Yeah, and their women's had a win as well.
Women's
very close win over Richmond Range, 19-17. But their 18s went down to Evans Head.
Well, congratulations, Evans Head.
Evans' first win for the year, so that was very good. So,
that's really good. They had a couple of hard gains the previous 2 weeks, Evans, but to come back and get that win, that's very impressive. Congratulations to them. That's well done.
And it was their 20-year celebration down there at Stampane Oval.
That was down at Evans Head, wasn't
it?
Yes. Okay, so they had 18s, women's, and President's Cup games.
Yeah.
Right, okay. And now I noticed on social media they had quite a big night that night, or that evening. So it was great to see so many people come back. Obviously the players and their partners that are playing at the moment were all there. It was really good atmosphere from what I'm told. So really great to see a club celebrating their 20 years like that. It's what rugby's all about.
Yeah, and Yamba only just got away with it, 33-26, so in President's Cup. So it was couple of bonus points there for Evans as well. Yeah,
which is keeping themselves in that, I think, the 3rd spot in President's Cup.
Yeah.
Yamba would be okay. We've beaten Range 1 week. We've beaten Evans the next week. They're looking quite strong, aren't they? I think then they are going to play Range again in a fortnight, 3 weeks. So that'll become a very crucial game for those 2 clubs. But congratulations to Evans for putting up such a big fight in President's Cup that weekend.
Yeah, it's only for and against at the moment that keeps Richmond Range ahead of Yamba. So they're both on 44 competition points there. So
Evans River 33. And, do we jump to the other President's Cup game or another President's Cup game while we're at it?
Yeah, Mullumbimby had their Beyond Blue match, fundraiser for mental health. So they've come away. You refereed that game, I believe, Graham?
I did, and they were blue jumpers, Beyond Blue. They were fundraising for the day. I think they made $5,000 for Beyond Blue, which is a fantastic achievement. And the game itself was played in really good spirits. And Mullumbimby managed to come away with a win 13-12. Their defence was outstanding. They just tackled hard all day, all across the field and really made it difficult for Lennox to get into the rhythm they've been in the last few weeks. And Lennox Head, yes, left some tries out there, I think is what they usually say. But at the same time, I think both clubs agreed that Mullumbimby played very well and deserved the win on the day. So it was a really good atmosphere. There was a good crowd, and as I said, Beyond Blue, they managed to raise $5,000 for that organisation. So fantastic achievement by Mullumbimby and everybody else that was there that day. Just a great day. The 18s was a fantastic day as well. Casuarina played in that one against Lennox Head. Was very even at half time, and then Lennox Head managed to just start putting some tries on the board and came out with quite a big win in the end, I think, with 54-13. But for a lot of the game, it was very close, and Casuarina were certainly trying their hardest, but Lennox Head and under-18s are a class side this year.
Yeah, they certainly are the standout team. There was a young fella taken away by ambulance with a nasty blue card. That must have been a serious head knock.
There was. Some of his teammates were saying even before the tackle that was made, he was having trouble breathing, which was quite a concern. I noticed they put the oxygen mask on him while they were waiting for the ambulance, which was actually quite quick, which was really nice to see. But he was in some pain on his chest, his arm, his shoulder, his neck, as well as his breathing difficulty. So, yeah, everybody was quite concerned. But proper treatment on the ground with 2 medical officers that were there, and then the ambulance arrived fairly quickly. Quite a hold-up in the match, but because we only had the 2 grades on the day, we were able to push back the President's Cup so the under-18s could still play their full match, and he was off to hospital, which was great to see, and yeah, come out of that okay.
Well, let's hope Jacob Beck, I haven't heard anything from the club to let us know how he's got on, so I hope he's doing well. And
so on to back to perhaps the other first grade game.
Yes.
Out at Wallingbar?
At Wallingbar. That was their old boys' day there as well. Everyone's got something on at the moment. So, yes, catching up with a few of the old 96 boys. Even Joycey came down.
That was good, yeah. I managed to finish it at Brunswick Heads and come up to Wollongbar to catch the end of that match and catch up with a few of those old boys from the 96 grand final. It seems like half a lifetime ago. And there was a lot of reminiscing, a lot of good fun had, and yeah, a fantastic game of rugby from what I could gather and the bit that I saw the last 20 minutes. Yeah, it looked like a really good match. And Wollongbar ran out, 43-30 winners.
Yeah, it was. They started, and Wollongbar put up a good lead. It was like 19-3 at one stage.
Okay.
And then
to Wollongbar.
Casuarina came back, and at halftime it was 19-18. So there was certainly nothing in it. And then Casuarina actually got in front in the second half early on, and then Wollongbar came back and just put it out of reach there. Right.
Yeah, we were coming back up from Brunswick Heads, and young Lachlan Dooley, who, of course, has the ability to do this stuff, was looking at it on his phone going, wait a sec, Casuarina's in front. Casuarina's further in front. What's happening here? And then, yeah, we got up there, and then, yeah, Wollongbar, that last 20-25 minutes, put on a couple of tries and ended up, quite well, reasonably comfortable winners in the end. But Casuarina certainly showed they've got the potential to trouble both Byron and Wollongbar.
Yeah,
they're in third spot on the ladder, I think, in first grade.
They are.
So that final series is looking very interesting, actually. Byron Bay, unfortunately, had a forfeit in their match by Casino, who had injuries and some sick players as well, unwell people. So they were unable to field a team in both grades, first and second grade. So, unfortunately,
second grade was forfeited on the Thursday night.
Right.
And I got a message early on Saturday morning from Doug Murray, the coach, and he was not too happy with some of his players, and they weren't able even to put one side on the paddock. So it was bad, really bad. That's if you count up all the matches that Byron have had, the new Byron Shire Rebels have had forfeited this year. Eddie was telling me it's 10 matches.
Oh, wow.
So, and most of them are always at home as well. So, it's not a good outcome for Byron. As he said, to win games, you need to play games. So, he said, we've had now we've got the bye for Splendour in the Grass coming up, and then we play Wollongbar. So we haven't played for a few weeks going into that. So
Yeah, they're having quite a disjointed season because of these forfeits, unfortunately. They're not getting into a rhythm. Their game perhaps isn't progressing as the season goes on as they would have liked to because of all these forfeits, or at least in part because of these forfeits. So it's making it really, really difficult for Byron Shire Rebels, and particularly they're trying to get some home games actually in Byron Bay. They've had several at Bangalow, and it's been really difficult for them. So hopefully they'll be able to, they play Wollongbar in 2 weeks' time. Does that sound right?
They've only had one home game, and that was against Wollongbar.
Oh, gosh.
And it was a big day, they said. It looked like a big day up there. So
extremely unfortunate for them, and I hope they manage to find that rhythm. And training is one thing, but actually playing matches, of course, is always another thing. So they've only got a few more weeks to play, and then we're into the finals with Wollongbar and Casuarina definitely being locked in. Is that fourth spot locked up yet, or is it still up for grabs between Ballina and Casino?
No, Casino would have to win. They've got 3 games, have they not? I think they've got a catch-up game. Yes. They could do it. They're on 20, but Ballina would have to lose all their games. It's mathematically possible, but after last week's effort,
very difficult.
I wouldn't be putting too much money on it. But
so that win that Ballina managed to get over Lismore last weekend may end up being extremely crucial for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and they had a Casino playing for Ballina. That's his second game he's played this year, that Harry Cusack. So, it's really rubbing some salt in the wounds there for Bullies.
That's quite unfortunate for Casino. But, hey, look, players are free to choose and play for whichever club they wish to play for. You don't like to see that thing happen during a season, but it certainly does happen. What else have we got here from last year? We've covered most of the games. The second grade match at Wollongbar, Casuarina 20 and Wollongbar 17.
Yeah, that could have gone anyway, that game.
Right. I understand they had a new referee.
Yes, Bill Johnson. The referee was a no-show, unfortunately, and Bill Johnson put his hand up. Mick Molino was there, but his excuse was he had no kit.
So from all reports when I got there, people were telling me that he'd actually refereed really well.
Yeah, I thought he went all right.
And Billy was saying he thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. So hopefully we can encourage him to do some more. I know I certainly spoke to his lovely wife and suggested next year he'd be a lot better off as a referee and will be a lot less pain on Saturday night and Sunday if he goes out and referees in 2024 instead of playing. So we'll try and coerce him into doing that. He's certainly got the experience as a player, coach, a captain. So if we could even get some games out of him as a referee, it'd be a great thing for the refereeing in this zone with somebody of his experience and knowledge to take up the whistle perhaps a little bit more regularly than this one-off match.
Yeah, well, halfway through that second grade game, Matt Clayton took over when he got there for the second half.
Right, who was the first grade referee.
Yeah, and it was 17-all, and Wollongbar knocked back 2 shots at penalty goals. And they lost. There was people yelling out points.
Lost 20-17 and knocked back 2 shots at goal.
And they were kickable. And,
okay, it gets worse or better, depending how you look at it.
And one was held up. I mean, the guy took the tap really quick.
Right.
And Matthew blew the stop. There was something that he wasn't in front and whatever.
Yep.
And I thought, someone now with a bit of sense will run out a kicking tee, but no one did. He just took another tap and away they went. So, yes. And then soon as Casuarina received a penalty, which was kickable, they did it, and they won 20-17. So,
scoreboard pressure, folks.
Bit silly there, I thought. I was just...
It's I mean, with finals coming up, I mean, sometimes you need to get used to being into that mindset of playing finals footy, which is scoreboard builds pressure. Yes, certainly there's a time to kick for the corner and go for the try, and there's other times to just 3 points, and while we're down here, we'll get another 3 points. While we're down here, we'll get another 3 points. The opportunities won't come around as often during the finals, you would think, because the team should be more even. So perhaps Casuarina's already in that mindset, and Wollongbar weren't on the day. That's sad and funny all at the same time, I think.
And lucky for them, I think they in second grade, the top 3 are virtually set there.
Okay.
Byron on 54, Casuarina 43, Wollongbar 40.
Yep.
Casino are in 4th spot in second grade on 26. and then Lismore on 16 and Ballina on 7.
So almost the reverse scenario of first grade, that Casino's got the advantage in second grade to hold on to the 4th spot, whereas Ballina's got the advantage to hold on to the 4th spot in first grade.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting to see how those two teams, with their numbers as well being taken into account, look at their lineups in the next few weeks to see what they want to do, whether they're going to concentrate on one grade or the other, or just give their best in both grades and see what happens.
Yep. The only other game that we hadn't talked about was the women's game down there at Evans Head.
Yes.
Casuarina running out 22 points to 5 winners over Evans River, spoiling their day even more down there. So they got their 18s up out of the 3 matches.
Yeah, the 18s won and
close loss.
That's fantastic.
In President's Cup, and that virtually all that for last week's results. And this week in the bye, there's only 3 games, and one's actually being played tonight. On Wednesday night down at Evans Head.
So
one of the 18s, Lismore and Evans Head again. They're on tonight. Yes, Lachlan Dooley's down there tonight.
Oh, okay.
Refereeing
Lachlan. He's certainly refereed a few 18s games this year. He's going very well.
And that was because of Splendour. Too many players not available on the Saturday, so they've come to the agreement to do that tonight, which is good to the clubs. And the other 18s game on this weekend is Casuarina Beach at home against Lennox Head. So they might get a little bit of traffic heading up around that way. I'm not sure. Yeah,
you'd want to allow plenty of time to get through the Byron area, I would think, and get past Splendour. It's almost, it's sad and funny that they've got 2 18s games on the same weekend as Splendour. That's an unfortunate way the bye and the competition rounds have worked out. Certainly,
they play each other 4 times, so they've got more games. So
it makes it a lot harder to not play. And then there's one President's Cup game this weekend?
Yes, there's a catch-up round from round 5. Yamba asked for that against Uni and agreed earlier in the year. And I don't think both of them realised it was Splendour in the grass at the time. But
is that being played at Uni or at Yamba?
No, it's at Yamba, and it's Old Boys Day down at Yamba.
Oh, okay.
So I was talking to Steve Miller on Monday.
He's an ex-Yamba coach.
Yes, he's heading down. And I've said, if you've got room in the car, I might jump in with you. So I've been down there on a couple of times. I catch up with some old friends, Dave Robilliard, Dave Cannon, and if he's there, and it's usually a pretty good day down there.
Well, Yamba tend to get a very good crowd at their home games.
Yeah.
And Old Boys Day will be even bigger and better, I would think. Yeah, that will certainly be a very enjoyable occasion. University and Yamba, that will be quite a match, though, won't it? I mean, University's playing quite well. They didn't lose by much.
Richmond Range only 10-0. So, they were happy with the side that they got together on the weekend, Uni. I haven't heard any reports from the game, but they must have stayed in it. So, it's only 10 points.
Range and Yamba being the 2 dominant teams in that grade at this stage, for University to come so close, I would think they'd be going down to Yamba saying, well, let's have another crack here. Let's see that we can knock Yamba over at home and ruin their Old Boys Day.
Yeah, it was only a converted try and a penalty goal against them last week, wasn't it? So they've got a even money bet there, I think.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. We might see that we can get down there and watch that as well and catch up with a few of the old boys from over the years, have a bit of a yarn. That might be a bit of fun.
Are you going down? You might have to take your kit and run touch for Evelyn, if she accepts.
Sorry, I haven't got my kit. Isn't that the latest excuse?
Mick Molina. There was, I've seen the referee appointments, and Evelyn hadn't ticked the box yet, whether she was attending or not. But
she's down in Grafton, so it's almost like a home game for her.
Yeah. So
understandably, she'll be very experienced referee, so that allows them to play a very good game of rugby. I would think both teams would be quite happy with that. So Evelyn there and Lachlan at Evans Head.
Yeah, we've got and also
tonight,
this Friday night we've got a full comp round back. The juniors are back. They've had a 3-week break for school holidays. A couple of catch-up games going on. I think there's a 15s game being played tonight from last week.
Okay, yes, there are some games that weren't played last week.
I think that's down at Lennox. tonight at Williams Reserve, 7:30 I think, or something, somewhere around 7 o'clock. I can't remember. There's that many things coming in and out at the moment.
But get out and about to your local clubs on Friday night because the juniors are up and running again.
Yes, or even at Wallingbar, their new field, top field, they're actually the council's marked the field.
Okay.
And they've got the inaugural match being played up there this Friday night, 6 o'clock, I think it is, under 10s. Casino Bulls versus Wallingbar up on.
Well, there you go. If you're in the Wallingbar area, it sounds like a great opportunity to get out and see the new facilities.
Yeah, well, they've got 7 games all up there this weekend.
Wow.
Wallingbar,
okay.
but not up the top field. They've just had to move one up to fit them
there.
all on.
Right.
There's Casino 7s, all the age groups, 11s, 13s. And then in 14s and 15s, I forget who they've got. Palm Beach Currumbin in the 14s. And Evans are maybe in the 15s.
Right.
So it's a full night there at Isle Park and up at the new Wallingbar Sports Fields, I think
Is
they're
that what
called.
it's called? Okay.
So.
Okay, and what else have we had lately? Had a coaching clinic around here lately, does that sound right?
Yeah, I didn't go down. Haven't spoken to Jeff Watt about it at all. Had Eddie Jones turn
Eddie
up.
Jones, the Wallabies coach, was up on Monday night.
Monday night down at Williams Reserve. I haven't heard a thing from it. No one's contacted me. No one's given me a heads up. I meant to ring Jeff. I meant to ring Jeff today, but just didn't get around to it.
Okay, and we've got another coaching clinic coming up in a couple of weeks, though. I think I've noticed at Bangalore, is it?
Yeah,
on the 31st of July.
Schultz Oval got the Waratahs players are doing right around New South Wales to get out and do a bit of coaching clinics all around. I've seen them out west, and now they've in Sydney. They were at Warringah the other day, I think, somewhere else I've seen on social media. So no, it's good for them to get out and about into grassroots rugby.
Oh, it's fantastic to have the opportunity to have some Waratah players come out and do a coaching clinic. So I think it's at Bangalore on the 31st of July. There'll be links online you'll be able to go to. And that'd be a great opportunity, similar to the Eddie Jones one, where you'll get the opportunity to learn from the very best. So that'll be a great opportunity for both young and old players and coaches to get along there and learn a lot in a few hours.
Yeah, for sure. Great opportunity. Oh, yes, that's right.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not sure. I can't remember the young fellow's name. We've had a request through by email from Casino. It's either Zach Norris or Kalen Olive. I can't remember which one it was. I've had them. I know Kalen. He was in the Zone 19s the other year, but Mark Goff tells me he's the halfback. So I think I might have got it wrong, and it is Zach Norris. He's put in a request that we might somehow select the team of the year. Out of the first grade squads.
Okay, first grade team of the year. Okay, folks, so if you've got any ideas on that, we'd really appreciate some feedback. I think the only stipulation would be you can't pick anybody from your own club. You need to nominate people for 1 to 23 and a coach and a manager and a physio, and they must be from other clubs. If we could have some feedback over the next few weeks, that would be great. Perhaps we could announce that going into the grand final weekend?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yep, okay, so we'll come up with some ideas ourselves, but we'd certainly love some feedback from players, coaches, spectators, whoever you've been able to see this year and enjoyed watching play. If you could pass that on to Wayne at the Far North Coast Rugby, it'd probably be the best opportunity, or to Mark Goff. You can email it there, but it'd be a fantastic opportunity to get some votes together and see that we can get a team of the year in first grade. Players 1 to 23, a coach, a manager, and a physio. Great idea. Thank you for that email, and that's a really good concept.
Yep, I agree. We did it once years ago.
Yes.
Triple Z sponsored it, and all the coaches had to nominate a team.
Right.
And then when they came in, we had to pick who got the most nominations for what positions and things like that. So that was just 1 to 15, I think. But
okay. Well, thanks for reminding us of that.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll have to say that's a wrap, and we've got the general bye this weekend for Splendour in the Grass. So there's only those couple of matches that we're in, but we'll come back and do a bit of a wrap and
lead into the following weekend sometime next week.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. See you next time, buddy.
See ya. Bye, Graham.